There was a big moment
Mm-hmm.
Saturday in Los Angeles.
Depending on your perspective.
Well, I mean, it was Luka's first game, for the Lakers. Playoff game, I mean. And it didn't go quite as well as people thought it was going to go. And
depends on if you're a Timberwolves fan.
Yes. I mean, the Lakers got rolled. I mean, they really got rolled. Nobody can deny it. You can't sugarcoat it. The Lakers said it. Everybody watching said it. No energy. People wide open taking shots. Just not the stuff like, you can sit around and go, well, they're not going to shoot like that. Well, they're going to have a better shot at shooting. You know this in the NBA. You don't get clean looks.
Right.
That's the whole point of the league, is that you got to make shots with people in your face and hands up and all that. You got these guys who are trained professionals, and you're going to let them get open looks?
100%.
Okay, good luck going forward. Where are you?
Man,
where are you on the Lakers after that game?
You remember the movie Friday when Debo rolled up on red and snatched his bike and his chain and all that? And he said, my mama gave me that chain later when he got it back. Debo rolled up on the block. And by Debo, I mean the Minnesota Timberwolves, who realized everybody wants the Lakers to win. Everybody's picking the Lakers. The Lakers supposed to get to I heard Rob and Kelvin talking about, is it a failure if the Lakers don't make it to the finals? They heard that. And remember, this is the same team that got beat down by Luka last year. So that's also in their back of their brain. Luka took advantage of us. Luka gave us the business last year in the postseason. And they came in to Lakers home. The Lakers had a week off. Rumors are out there, reports are out there that they weren't scrimmaging enough and that J.J. Redick kind of wishes they would have scrimmaged more. And they forgot the physicality that are about to come in town with the Timberwolves. And Edwards, that's why people love him.
And he didn't even have the greatest game.
But he brought that attitude.
Right.
He's taking it to Luka. He's doing the AntMan the SpiderMan in his face. He's face guarding LeBron like he was a defensive back going in the NFL draft. I mean, they brought the energy. Julius Randle banging on the glass, Gobert, and so many other of their bench players or their role players that you often kind of ignore, but they actually play well. I mean, Jay McDaniels going ballistic out there like he was Steph Curry, but also playing great defense. The Lakers got punked. The Lakers forgot what it took to win. They just thought, hey, we're the Lakers. We got Luka and LeBron. And Luka, this is my issue, Rob. Luka's points, and this is the first time I've ever said this, but I'm using a U. Were fugazi.
They were fugazi.
Luka's points were fugazi. What I mean by that is Luka can wake up and put 30.
Right.
That's just natural.
Yep.
I don't care just simply about that. What I need from you is to also find other ways to win. Can I get you diving on the floor? Can I get you fouling a Timberwolf hard and looking at your team and say, let's go?
He's
like
a big
hard
boy.
Foul.
He's a big boy.
Foul one of them hard. Foul Ant Edwards and look at your team and say, let's go. Snap out of it. Like it's no longer – the expectations are different now that you're with the Lakers. You're also playing with LeBron. Austin Reeves is playing well, and all eyes are on you. So I need you to wake the team up. It isn't just always with scoring. There's other ways to do that. Like I said, it's giving effort. It's diving on the floor. It's cussing a teammate out. It's drawing a charge. And I need you as the leader, also LeBron too. I'm not excusing him. But to me, that's what's disappointing. It's not just points. And I think Luka is going to slowly, as he continues to become, pro and veteran and a leader, realize you can affect games more than just your points or more than just your stat line. And I think Ant Edwards was a great example of that. Like you mentioned, he had the greatest scoring out of his life, but what he also had was energy, effort on the defensive end, talking smack to the crowd, getting his teammates into it, drawing fouls, drawing charges, getting in Luka's face, getting in LeBron's face. That stuff energizes your team, man. And so I love seeing that from him. And I think the Lakers got a little wake-up call. Just because your shirt says Lakers, just because you have arguably the best offensive player in the league and one of the greatest players of all time in the league, that does not mean just a guaranteed win at all, in fact.
No. And I think you're right. And anybody can say, oh, we don't pay attention to all that stuff. It was all about, forget about the Lakers beating the Timberwolves. It's about going to the finals.
Yes, right.
Everybody Luka. All you need is Luka and LeBron, man. You're going to the finals. Are you kidding me?
It's the playoffs. This is the play. Everybody has to show up, even your 8th, 9th, 10th man. Because if I give Luka and LeBron 60 points, you still got to get about another 50. You still got to lock another team up. Where is this coming from? In Minnesota, they had a great game plan like they did against Denver last year, remember? And again, it ended up being a really good series, but they had a good game plan. And I was telling Brandon here, he's like, I said, man, it's the energy of Minnesota that would worry me if I were a Laker fan. The energy. It's not that the Lakers are still very skilled, but certain teams play no holds barred. From 0 minutes to 48 minutes, I'm going hard. I'm going to play. Hey, and if you win, you win. I'll shake your hand. But you don't have to worry about effort. And the Lakers came out a little lethargic second and third quarter and gave up 73 points between the second and third quarter.
Right, because they were up, 8?
Yep.
They were up 8 after the first quarter, so you had to feel like, oh, okay, you know what I mean?
Oh, here we go. It's another day. Welcome to crypto. Let me show you how it's done.
And then you got these younger guys on Minnesota, and you talked about it. The physicality of it is a difference, and you better be ready for that for game 2 and understand that it's no joke. Like Minnesota's already accomplished what they wanted. What was their dream? To split in L.A. Yeah. They already got that. They could go for the jugular. Let's just go all out.
And you know Ant is. He ain't the type of guy that's going to just be like happy, at least we tried. He's like, why not us? Why can't we win?
Exactly.
You know? And now from the Lakers, I'm saying, all right, again, McDaniels ain't going, I think it was 11 or 13 or something crazy like that.
Yeah, no, that's what it was.
Yeah, he's not doing that again. LeBron is not going to be that, only giving me 19 points and just not really only 5. More importantly for LeBron, it'd be different if he gave you 19 and 15 assists. LeBron can't give you 19 points and 3 assists. That is absolutely illegal. That cannot happen at all. So to me, LeBron's going to have to wake up. LeBron is going to have to – he owes the team one with that for performance for sure. And so, again, I look at this team and I say that was the wake-up call that just because you have purple and gold jersey, just because you have King James and you have Luka, the Minnesota Timberwolves are not going to fold. And now, J.J. Redick, let's see how you respond. What do you cook up? LeBron, I know you can't get every night at this age, but you had a night off in the meeting. Even though you were playing, you might as well count it as a night off. You got to show up. And again, Luka, I need a little bit more in the tangibles, more so than just simply scoring.
And if you're Minnesota, you can't tell me you're not sky high. You didn't just squeak out a win or got luck. You smacked them up, and everybody took notice. And don't forget, this was a team that upset Denver last year. I know it's not exactly the same team, but they've been through some wars. You remember they won the first 2 games, if I remember correctly, last year in Denver.
Yeah, it was
and then they wound up going home and losing 2 out of 3, and it looked like, and then it was 3-3, and then they beat Denver in Denver to win the series. So this is a team led by Ant that has been through that. And there's no way they don't feel confident or feel good about where they are.
And remember, too, Minnesota has been playing really good basketball at the end of the season. Because for a while, 2/3 of the season, they were underachieving. You're disappointed in what they were doing. You thought they'd be better. And then all of a sudden, they found their way. And the last stretch of the game, we'll totally exclude Oklahoma City Thunder. We know that. But also the Clippers, the Indiana Pacers. There have been a handful of teams who all of a sudden were playing some really good basketball the last stretch of the season, and they are one of those teams for sure. But yeah, if you're the Lakers, all right, wake up call. Get smacked up at home. Ant talking smack. I mean, there are some videos of him going crazy in the crowd. I won't say what he said. I'll say one portion. Talking smack with the Laker fans. He goes, "Man, I'm worth $200 million. I'm worth $200 million." And then Rudy Gobert goes up to him and says, "No, 3. You're 3." And then he goes, "Oh, I'm worth $300 million." And then he goes, "My man region is larger than," and he just said that to the crowd. And I was like, and everybody, and the fans were like, I'm a Laker fan. I can't lie. I like this guy. Like, because he's just talking smack and he's into it. And it was funny to see even Laker fans like, all right, I kind of like this guy. Like, he's into it.
877-99 on Fox. 877-996-6369. A lot of people. It was all Laker heavy before game 1. Forget about Minnesota. It was about going to the championship. And I'm not saying one game, one home loss derails everything. But I just wonder if people don't feel as good when you see some of the issues that you were talking about defensively and letting all these open shots and different things that need to be cleaned up. Otherwise, you'll wind up going home sooner than later. and that would be a big shock.
I think the Lakers are fine, but I think they needed that get punched in the mouth, Debo snatch a chain in your own house moment. It's like, oh yeah, this ain't gonna be easy just because my name is LeBron, just because my name is Luka, and we wear Laker jerseys. You got to bring it, you got to play, and I think that was the reminder they needed.
All right, 877-99 on Fox. Where are you on the Lakers? Good to go? No sweat? No skin off your apple? Or was that a little wake-up for you? Do you think, like, maybe they are vulnerable? Maybe they might not make it there. What was that? How do you not get up for game one in your crib, right? Like game one of the playoffs in your crib.